الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطلبات شهادة الثانوية العامة قسم رياضيات لغات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اليوم سنتناول درس جديد في مادة Algebra and Solid Geometry. طبعا احنا عارفين Algebra and Solid Geometry هو one of 4 branches of math، يعني واحد من 4 أفرع في مادة رياضيات، بعنوان or its title Revision of Unit 1 and 2 in Solid Geometry and Algebra. طبعا أعزائي طلبة وطلبات شهادة الثانوية العامة، انت عارفين ان نظام الامتحان معظمه هيبقى مالتي تشويس، اختيار من متعدد. مهم جدا عشان تختار كويس لازم تتدرب كتير جدا how to solve any problems by using steps، باستخدام الخطوات. Welcome my dear student in our math program in second 3. Today we are taking new lesson in Algebra and Solid Geometry. Its title Revision of Unit 1 and 2 of Algebra and Solid Geometry. My dear student, at the first Unit 1 in Solid Geometry spoken at what is the sphere, what is the scalar product and the vector product, what is the relation between scalar product and the vector product, what is the equation of sphere, what is the type of equation of sphere. We have standard equation, we have general equation, how to find the center of a sphere from general equation or from standard equation, and how to prove that two spheres are tangent externally or internally. My dear student, look at the first example about Unit 1 and 2 in Solid Geometry and Algebra. My dear student, answer the following questions. The center of a sphere x squared plus y squared plus z squared plus 8x minus 12y plus z plus 1 equals 0. Choose the correct answer. Number 1, negative 4, 6, negative 1. Number 2, 4, 6, 1. Number 3, 4, 6, negative 1. Number 4, negative 4, negative 6, negative 1. Before we choose the correct answer, my dear student, what is the center of a sphere? Equation is general. The first, we know that the center of a sphere, negative half coefficient x, negative half coefficient y, negative half coefficient z. Or someone say coefficient of x divided by negative 2, coefficient of y divided by negative 2, coefficient of z divided negative 2. This is correct also. Then, my dear student, look at the center. This is a rule. Negative 1 over 2 coefficient of x, negative 1 over 2 times coefficient of y, negative 1 over 2 times coefficient of z. By using this rule, answer is negative 4, 6, and negative 1. Then, the correct answer, negative 4, 6, and negative 1. Another example. If 10 CR ratio 10 CR minus 1 equals 21 ratio 10, then the value of R equals what? 3, 4, 5, 6. My dear student, some students using calculator when putting R equals 3 and divided 10C3 divided by 10C2 and look the answer in calculator. If the calculator answer 21 over 10, then this is correct answer, and is not correct putting r equal 4 or 5 or 6 to satisfies the equations 10 CR ratio 10 CR minus 1 equals 21 ratio 10. By the steps, my dear student, look at 10 CR over 10 CR minus 1 equals what? This rule, 10 minus R plus 1 over R. Therefore, equals 7 over 4 in simplest form. By using cross multiplication, 7R equals 44 minus 4R. Therefore, 11R equals 44, R equals 4. Therefore, the correct answer R equals 4. Another example. If A vectors 1, negative 1, 2, B vector 0, 2, negative 3, C vector negative 2, 1, 0. Then, norm of 3A vector minus B vector plus C vector equals what? Choose the correct answer. 8 root 3, 11, 12, or 7 root 2. My dear student, this is very easy to find 3A vector. Multiply the vector A by 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times negative 1, negative 3. 3 times 2 equals 6. Then, subtract from it negative B. Then add C vector with the result. Someone say we add 3A plus C. After that, subtract B from the answer. After we find the norm of the result by using square root. This is right and also is right. Look at, my dear student. Let M vector equal 3A minus B vector plus C vector. Then we multiply 3 multiply A minus B plus C. The answer is 1, negative 4, 9. This M vector. What is the norm of norm vector M? Norm vector M, my dear student, by using square root, the first component power 2, 1 power 2, plus negative 4 for all power 2, plus 9 power 2, then answer is square root 98 or 7 root 2. By using calculator, then the correct answer is 7 root 2. Another example. ABCD is a square of side length 10 centimeter. Then AB vector dot AC vector equals what? 10 root 10, 100, or 10 root 10. My dear student, ABCD is a square, side length equals 10. AB dot AC. We know that AB, scalar product of AC, equals norm AB, norm AC, cosine angle between them. AB is the side of a square, but AC is diagonal of a square. What is the measure angle between side and diagonal? Excellent student, 45. Because diagonal bisect right angle into 2 equals angle, each one is 45. Therefore, AB vector dot AC vector equals norm AB, norm AC, cosine angle 45. AB we know from given equals 10, but AC equal what? Excellent student, 10 root 2. The diagonal of a square which its side length 10 centimeter, 10 root 2. Then look at the solution. ABCD is square, AC diagonal. The angle between AC and AB equals what? 45. Therefore, my dear student, AB scalar product of AC, norm the first times norm the second, cosine angle between them. Norm AB equals 10. Norm AC 10 root 2, cosine 45. We know that cosine 45 equals what? Root 2 over 2. Multiply 10 root 2, multiply 10, then the correct answer is 100. Remember, my dear student, AB dot AC not equals AB cross AC. AB scalar product of AC is 100, then the correct answer is 100. My dear student, we know that there is difference between scalar product and the vector product. What is the difference between the scalar and vector product? We know that, my dear student, if we have two vectors A and B vectors, then A scalar product to B equal norm A, norm B, cosine angle between them. But if we have two vectors A and B, then A vector cross B vectors equals norm A, norm B, sine angle between them. Remember, my dear student, if we have two vectors A and B, then cosine angle between them equals A vector dot B vector over norm A, norm B. What is the meaning of the norm? Each vector has length. Length, its meaning norm of the vector. If we have AB square, ABC, D square, then AB, its side length 10, this norm of AB 10. Also BC, its norm 10, or its length 10. Then we deduce that we have vector product A dot A cross B by using norm A, norm B, sine angle between them. But if we have two vectors A and B, then A vector scalar product B vector equals norm A, norm B, cosine angle between them. My dear student, look at in the expansion of 3x squared plus 1 over x for all power 10. Find number 1, T5, number 2, T9. What is the meaning of T5? The value of the fifth term. What is the meaning of T9? The value of ninth term. We know that, my dear student, in binomial theorem, T5, we have general rule. What is the general rule? TR plus 1 equals NCR, second term power R, first term power N minus R. Then look at the solution. By using binomial theorem, T5 equals 10C4, 1 over x for all power 4, second term power 4, first term 3x squared for all power 6. Why power 6? 10 minus 4. Then, my dear student, we can separate it. 10C4 multiply 3 power 6 and separated x power negative 4 multiply x power 12. We know that when multiply x power negative 4 times x power 12, answer is x equals power 8. X power 8. by using calculator, we calculate 10C4 times 3 power 6. Then T5 equals 150,090 x power 8. This is the value of T5. Don't forget, if the correct answer, if the answer or the required, the coefficient of T5, coefficient T5 means 153,090. But the value of the fifth term, 153,090 x power 8. Look at T9. By the same method, T9 equals 10C8 1 over x for all power 8 multiply 3x squared for all power 2. Then we can separate it by the previous example, x power negative 8 times x power 4. Then the value of T9 equals what? 10C8 x power negative 8 3 power 2 x power 4. Then the value became 405 x power negative 4. This is the value of T5, but coefficient of T9 is 405. Remember, coefficient, my dear student, of T9 equals 405, this coefficient, but the value of T9, 405 x power negative 4. Now we are translate to another example. If 2n plus 1 permutation n minus 1 ratio 2n minus 1 bn equals 3 ratio 5. What is required? Find the value of n. My dear student, we know that in permutation we can calculate by using what? By using two methods, factors. 2n plus 1 bn minus 1 factorial 2n plus 1 over factorial difference between 2n plus 1 minus n minus 1 inside bracket. We know that divided means ratio, or ratio means divided. Look at, my dear student, left hand side factorial 2n plus 1 over factorial subtract 2n plus 1 minus n plus 1, change the sign, divided by second term factorial 2n minus 1 over factorial 2n minus 1 minus n. This left hand side equals same right hand side 3 over 5. My dear student, when look at the left hand side, we have factorial 2n plus 1 and factorial 2n minus 1. In numerator, when convert divided by multiply, then we convert factorial 2n plus 1 to factorial 2n minus 1. Why? Because factorial 2n plus 1 is biggest. Factorial 2n plus 1 equals 2n plus 1 factorial 2n or factorial 2n minus 1 multiply 2n plus 1 inside bracket. Then, my dear student, the left hand side equals left hand side factorial 2n plus 1 over factorial n plus 2 times factorial n minus 1 over factorial 2n minus 1 equals same ratio 3 over 5. Look at in numerator factorial 2n plus 1, convert it 2 factorial 2n minus 1 by using expansion. 2n plus 1 multiply 2n factorial 2n minus 1. Also, factorial n plus 2 convert it into factorial n minus 1 by n plus 2 multiply n plus 1 multiply n factorial n minus 1. Look at, my dear student, the left hand side equals 2n plus 1 inside bracket multiply bracket 2n multiply factorial 2n minus 1 over n plus 2 multiply n plus 1 multiply n multiply factorial n minus 1 equals 3 equals factorial n minus 1 over factorial 2n minus 1 equals 3 over 5 by using simplest form. Therefore, the left hand side became 4n plus 2 over n squared plus 3n plus 2 over 3 over 5 by using cross multiplication. My dear student, answer is 3n squared minus 9n plus 9n plus 6 equal 20n plus 10. Therefore, left hand side became 3n squared minus 11n minus 4. Then, by using factorization, find the value of n equal negative third or n equal 4. But n equal negative third is refused. N must be belongs to that positive. Then, my dear student, n in this case equals 4. The correct answer is 4. If this example, my dear student, is multi-choice and n equals 1, 2, 3, 4, by using calculator, we can satisfy n equals 4 to prove that left hand side equal right hand side when n equals 4. Another example. If z1 equals 5 plus 2i, z2 3 plus 4i. Therefore, z1, z2 equals what? We multiply first times first, second times second, mean times mean, extreme times extreme. We know that this is complex number. Real times real, imagine times imagine, and find two means, find two extremes, and add like terms. Therefore, my dear student, 5 times 3 equals 15. 2i times 4i equal negative 8i squared equal negative 8. Why? Because 2i times 4i equal 8i squared. We know that I squared equal negative 1. Then we multiply 2 times 3i, 6i. 5 times 4i, 20i. Then this is like term. Answer is 26i. We add or subtract like terms. 15 minus 8 equals 7. And 20 plus 6 equals 26i. Then z1, z2 equals 7 plus 26i. This is when multiply z1 times z2, this is complex number. But if we have complex number, multiply its conjugate. We have not imagined number. Why? If we have z1 equal 5 plus 2i, z2 5 minus 2i, z1 times z2 equals what? 25 plus 4 equals 29. Why? Because first times first equals 25, second times second equals negative 4i power 2, or equal both to 4, we add 25 plus 4 equals 29. My dear student, this is complex number, has real and imagine. The first part is real, second part is imagine. Imagine its symbol I. Or z1, z2 by first times first, first times second, second times first, second times second. Answer is 15 minus 8, 7 plus 26i by using other method. My dear student, an expansion of ax squared plus 1 over ax for all power 11. If the coefficient of x power 7 and x power 4 are equals, remember coefficient x power 7 and coefficient x power 4 are equal. What is the required? Prove that a square equals 1. Look at, my dear student. General term tr plus 1 equal 11 cr, 1 over ax second term power r, first term ax power 2 for all 11 minus r. Therefore, equals 11 cr, a power negative r, x power negative r, a power 11 minus r, by expansion, x power 22 minus 2r. Therefore, the answer became 11 cr, a power 11 minus 2r, x power 22 minus 3r. This is called general term. To get term contains x power 7, we can put x power 22 minus 3r equal x power 7. Look at 22 minus 3r equals 7. Therefore, 3r equals 15. 3r equals 15, then r equals 5. Therefore, this term is T6. T6 equals 11c5 ax power 7. Coefficient of x power 7 is 11c5a. To get term contains x power 4, let 22 minus 3r equal 4. What is the value of r? 3r equal 18, r equals 6. Then the term T7. What is the coefficient of T7? 11c6a power negative 1. Then we reduce that. Coefficient of x power 4, x 11c6 a power negative 1. This coefficient by using 1 and 2 equation, and we reduce 11c5a equal 11c6a power negative 1 by using division. Then we reduce that. A equals what? A square equals 1. My dear student, I am very happy to spend such time with you. Thank you. Goodbye.